We're starting our tour with some real traditional Georgian cuisine. Over here we've got a sort of egg boat, which is kind of like a pizza thing, Bert's going to have in a minute. Here though is the real signature dish called King Kali. Our guide tells us you actually hold it at the neck, turn it upside down, probably burning your fingers, and then you chew into the side of it, like this. And there's kind of that sort of gunge inside. I thought it was going to be more liquid. I think it's meat.
You're supposed to. Yeah. She said something like drink it.
Oh.
Oh.
How do you come drink these juices?
So you drink it.
Oh, there are also some meat juices. I'm not sure. I think I might just attack it with the knife and fork. But anyway, that is a King Kali. Note the juices coming up. You're supposed to sort of drink from it like a cup. And over here we've got a barbecued lamb dish, which I'm looking forward to, probably more than the King Kali, but we'll report back more to you.
And your fancy wine as well.
Later on. This is also the wine. I don't know how fancy it is, to be honest, but it's quite nice. I'm enjoying it. And Georgia is known as the birthplace of wine, although I guess a lot of places will make that claim. Georgian cuisine, lesson 2: eggplant with walnuts. Eggplant, of course, is aubergine. That's what the little fellas look like, and it's basically aubergine. Looks almost sort of slug-like, I'm not going to lie, with some walnuts inside. It's cold and wet, which, you know, already is giving me concerns. Let's just make the incision. Oh Christ! Even more slug-like now. Oh God! And some walnuts in there somewhere. Anyway, let's give it a crack. There we go. Eggplant with walnuts. To be fair, I mean, not a bad combination as cold meals go. Not smart, I think. Guides to Georgian food and beer, part 3. Beer. This is called Baltica. From a quick Google, we believe it to originate from Russia, possibly St. Petersburg. And we're going to try it to see how it tastes. Unfortunately, no beer glasses in the room, so a wine glass will have to do. Looks pretty standard fare to me, but there we go. Oh yes, that hits the spot and will do very nicely. Guide to Georgian food and wine, part 4, wine. Tonight I'm going to sample Rahat Sital, which is a white wine, and it's unusual insofar as most wines have their pips and skin removed before they're fermented. But in Georgia they actually ferment the wine with all the bits in it, hence its slightly amber, cloudy colour. Can you see what I mean? The most important thing, of course, though, is the taste. Quite dry, perhaps slightly insipid, but yeah, quite palatable, and gets a thumbs up from me. Guide to Georgian food and wine, part 5. This is a good one. Wine ice cream. Yes, you heard that right. Wine ice cream. Red wine ice cream, to be precise. Gordon knows what it tastes like, but let's find out. Tell you what, I mean, I'm not a fan of red wine, but I think I'm a fan of red wine ice cream. Guide to Georgian food and wine, part 6. I should preface this report by saying that we're in Stepants Minda, also known as Kazbegi, and dining tonight beside the Georgian military highway. So do forgive me if there are any rumbling noises from lorries as we go through the film. Now, we've been in Georgia for 9 days now and come to realise that the menu consists of essentially the same 12 dishes wherever you go. We've tried just about all of them with one exception, the wonderfully named beans in a pot. It kind of like does what it says on the tin, or, well, does what it says on the pot, I suppose. The lid is made from cornmeal, and inside you can see the said beans. Quite gloopy, not going to lie, but there are beans within there, and they need to be tried. Quite mushy. A bit like if you've overdone the beans in the microwave. They come with some pickles. I mean, not bad. I'm sure it's very good for you, but probably the final verdict should go to Bert, who's got the misfortune to be sharing a bedroom with me tonight, but not bad going. While I'm on the wine as well, I don't normally drink red wine, but this has been recommended to me, and it's called Saporari. Full-bodied, fruity, but I still prefer white. Well, clearly some of the locals like beans in a pot. Guide to Georgian Food and Wine, Part 7. It's our last night in Georgia and we're back in Tbilisi. Got to admit, I've struggled a bit with the Georgian cuisine, as you can probably tell. I find it very meaty, carby, stodgy and bready, and yes, I don't think it's really for me. I mean, I'm certainly not going to be enlisting anytime soon in the King Kali Academy. So I know it's giving in, but I just can't resist it, and I just need a burger. Guide to Georgian Food and Wine, final part. As you can probably tell, I'm back at home now, but there's one more aspect to our Georgian culinary adventure, and it's these little fellas down here. Now, what do you think they look like? A bit like candles, perhaps? They're a little bit rubbery, a bit like sheaths, ribbed, and come in multiple colours. Nah, not going to go there. These are actually called church kale, and they are walnut halves dipped into grape juice thickened with flour. And they're quite strength giving, and they used to be sent with soldiers into battle. And also the Georgians gave large quantities of this product to the Ukrainians to use in their war. But what do they taste like? Well, let's try it, shall we? Yeah, you can taste the walnuts. I mean, not quite sure about the grape juice, but quite edible. And yeah, as Georgian food goes, not bad. So on that note, I shall wrap up this little video series. Hope you've enjoyed it. And in the meantime, I shall get back to fish and chips, Sunday roasts and big breakfasts.